This is on watercolor. I'm gonna take another drink here. The first guideline that these new spoon pluggers have to consider, as well as the old spoon pluggers, is watercolor. A lot of guys forget about this. They don't have anything to do with it. They ignore it. And it's so important that it can't be stressed enough. Good watercolor produces better catches, bigger fish, and more consistent fishing. Now, the way we have the watercolor marked there is not necessarily the way it goes, yeah, in order of business. Um, if we wanted to rate them, number 3, white sandy, would be the best. Number 4, red sandy, would be very close to the white sandy and run a close second. Number 2 would be yellow green. That would be number 3. The clear water would be number 4, and the most undesirable water to fish would be the black or brown cypress. And, whoops, you all right? The black or brown cypress water. And the reason we rate the clear water ahead of the black or brown cypress water is because many of the bigger clear water lakes have good break lines. They have
My fault.
that's all right. They have a heavy, deep weed line, and they might have some break lines down around 30 to 35 feet that the fish will move to when they get active and they migrate. We're down there in that cypress-type water. That's usually got shallow break lines, much like a lot of the yellow-green type lakes, and the fish become very dormant, and the cold front effect is very severe on them. So the least important water, the most important to stay away from, is the black or brown cypress. Now this shows us the difference in watercolors and positioning of the fish. Okay, you still notice certain depths along there, and the clear water is considerably deeper than the white sandy, which is the number 3, or the yellow green, which is number 2. And that's usually the way it goes. The clear lakes are usually deeper, especially reservoirs. Now we want to put the fish at sanctuary depth in all 3 reservoirs, in all 3 watercolors. Now this will apply to natural lakes as well as artificial reservoirs. Now all you have to do is take a look at where the starting point of these fish is. In the clear water, sanctuary depth 50 to 60 feet, 50, 55 feet. In the yellow green, they're about 40 feet. In the white sandy, they're about 30, 35 feet. That's where they start before migration occurs, before they become active and the movement period starts. As these fish begin to move, take a look at where they move to. Under the present water conditions, in this particular case, the fish in the clear water lake move to a depth of break line of about 40 feet. The fish in the yellow-green type watercolor move to a depth of around 30 feet. And in the white sandy, the fish are all the way up, what does that say on there? About 24 feet. Yeah, they've moved about 24 feet. Now these are pretty good movements, but the fish are still hard to reach at those depths normally. But this may only be the first place they pause or stop. If weather and water conditions are right, they may keep coming. And in this case, they do. We get some fish in the clear water lake up to a break of about 30 feet, and a few up a little bit shallower, maybe up to about 24, 26 feet. Down in the yellow-green, we've got them all the way up to 24, and we've also got some fish, pretty good sized fish and some small fish, up to a depth of about 15 feet at a break on the structure. Down here in the yellow-green lake, we got these fish almost all, down here in the white sandy rather, the fish are almost all the way up to about the 10 feet, the break line. I believe that's 10 feet. 10 or 13, whatever that depth is right there. You have to look at it. And smaller fish, 15 feet. And some smaller fish and a couple of larger fish have moved to a depth of about 10 feet. So all these fish are ready to be caught right now, but the difficulties involved in catching them due to the watercolor are pretty easy to see. It's much easier to catch these fish at 15 feet than it is at any other depth down there. When you got to go down to 30 feet, that involves wire line. The fish in the yellow-green lake are reachable, as are those in the white sandy. And that's a good movement right there. That's an excellent movement. Those fish are within striking distance and ready to be caught, trolling and casting. Now, if the movement gets any better, we can see we've got these fish right up there right now. They're really starting to move. The fish in the white sandy, and I'll go to that one first, they've moved off the 15-foot break line. They're right up to a depth of about 8 to 10 feet up there. There's more small fish scattering into the shallows. In the yellow-green, the fish have moved the same way. They're up to about 15 feet. They've got a couple larger fish up around 10, 12 feet, and a lot of small fish around a shallow weed line at 7 feet. Now, the guy fishing the Clearwater Lake with an excellent movement like this, he's still got the fish just barely move past the 30-foot area, maybe about 27, 26 feet. He's got a couple large fish and some smaller ones up around 24 feet, and some real stinkers have moved up to the weed line at 15 feet. This is a real good movement. We said that the fish are very reluctant to move shallower than 8 to 10 feet, and in the white sandy, they're already to 8 to 10 feet. So this is an excellent movement. In other words, just keep reminding them of that. This is really excellent. The slide prior to that, you could click back and say, you should expect it to be about this good. And when it gets like this, if you're fishing the lake with the right watercolor, you're going to clean house. And it's very easy for them to see. What would they rather do? Fish 30 feet deep or 28 feet deep or fish 10 feet deep? It's self-explanatory.
Just go ahead and
Okay.
zip it. And zip it.
Okay. It's easier that way, Jer.
I don't think it's very far.
It isn't.